Congressman Kingston.
The gentleman from Georgia is recognized for 2 minutes.
I thank the gentleman for yielding, and just wanted to remind my friends, because there seems to be a historical glitch in their brain, but the Democrats took over in October '06. For you guys to keep reaching back and insisting all problems belong to George Bush is ridiculous. Speaker Pelosi sworn in January '07. If you got a problem with the spending up here, talk to Speaker Pelosi. Your budget spends too much, taxes too much, and borrows too much. Think about the borrowing for 1 minute. Here, the RSC budget, which I'm glad to support, moves us towards a surplus. Instead, you take the Pelosi debt of $11 trillion and you double it in 5 years and triple it in 10 years. Great work. On tax relief, the Pelosi Democrats call for a $1.3 trillion tax increase, and one that's going to take away from the working people, whereas the RSC budget calls for $1.2 trillion in tax relief. And, you know, I know the Democrat Party has moved away from people who have a lot of achievements. In fact, there seems to be some problem that if you've achieved something, then you're guilty and we need to tax you more. But the RSC budget works for tax fairness. And I think it's important, particularly for small businesses and corporations. We go out there, and I know we've got our first European president right now going over there to the EU. But those folks, those corporations pay 25% in taxes. Globally, we got to compete against them, but our corporations pay 35% in taxes. We need tax fairness. The RSC budget will create 2 to 3 million jobs, and that's what this is about. On terms of reform, you know, the Pelosi Democrats seem to be determined to put their head in the sand and ignore reforms that are needed for Social Security, Medicaid, and Medicare. Now, they have taken away from the seniors Medicare Advantage. I'm not sure why they think that's pro-senior. All the seniors I've talked about are very disturbed that the Democrats would take that away from them. But the reality is what we want to do is preserve a
You have the gentleman additional minute.
The gentleman is recognized for another minute.
What we want to do is preserve the doctor-patient relationship. It appears that the Pelosi Democrats want to have a government-hospital relationship. And speaking for me, I don't like bureaucrats running health care. You know, there's some tough decisions that are going to be made. I was a member of Congress when President Clinton started AmeriCorps. He said it's going to be a 5-year program. Now we just renewed it at $5 billion. And it's over almost 2 decades later. We need to come together and make some tough choices. The Republicans have offered several alternatives. We are ready to work with you. If you could back off some of your taxing, some of your spending, and some of your borrowing, I think we could come out of here with a good pro-job budget that turns the economy around. And I look forward to working with you on that. I yield back.